all know you feel strongly about a lot of things, but I'd like to know, what do you feel most passionate about?
Oh, good question.
That's a good question. You know, I think that I'm very lucky because I have had great success with family and friends. I mean, I've had more than most people get the chance to. I have this amazing group of friends that I've had for 25 years and a great sort of family around it. Or, you know, we're all lucky enough to be healthy and happy and have a great time. So probably that.
I'm sure you love living in Italy, but if you ever move back to the States, what city would you want to live in?
Now, well, you know, I do live in the States. I haven't, you know, I'm not an expatriate here.
Okay.
I live in Los Angeles. Okay. And my folks live in Kentucky.
Okay.
Now, you have to be careful how we say that. We live in Los Angeles with a pig. With a pig. I live in, but I have a place in Los Angeles, and I like Los Angeles. You know, people like to knock it and give it, say it's sort of very superficial. I find they're very superficial people everywhere, and I like superficial people. They lie to me, and I enjoy that. But, you know, there's also, I really love going home to Kentucky, too. It's pretty fun. Have you guys, anybody from Kentucky? Pretty fun back there.
Is that where you guys are now, Kentucky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi. Well, hello. My name is Amy, and my question is, if you were to quit acting, directing, everything to do with movies, and choose a fundraising or a non-for-profit organization, what would you be interested in helping people with?
Now, first, were you suggesting that I should quit acting?
No. Oh,
just
no,
making sure.
You gotta keep my heart going.
Because, you know, there are people out there that are suggesting. I actually am a big guy with the One campaign now. I sort of got in it. I've been spending a lot of time. I was at the G8 Summit with Bono and Geldof and Paul Wolfowitz in a room. That was the strangest room you've ever been in.
Wow.
James Brown walked in at one point.
No.
Yeah, and he goes, "Where's Clooney?" And I go, "Over here." And he went over to Bob Geldof and told him how much he loved, you know, his aunt. And I said, "No, I'm Clooney." And then he said how much, you know, you got to say hi to her. And I said, "Well, she, you know, passed away."
Passed away, really?
He's like, "Well, pray for her." But you know, I find that, listen, we're at a really interesting time in our life. I'm on the board of the United Way, and I find that we're, you know,
well, tell us what One does. Tell us what One does.
The One campaign is basically about poverty in Africa mostly. It's the poorest countries in the world. Most of them, unfortunately, are in Africa. And we were at the G8 Summit trying to get the money, not just we got about 18 countries, their debt just erased, which was important because they were never going to pay it anyway and they couldn't move on.
Bono, hasn't he been really, the word amazing is always thrown around, but what he has done is amazing.
It's amazing. And, and to be around him.
Yeah. He is so damn cool.
There's something really amazing about him because, you know, you'll be in this room and, you know, you find that, you know, when you're famous, if you support something, there's always going to be a group of people that are going to sort of marginalize you for doing it. Yeah. So you find that you have to be really well informed and really know what you're talking about. So I really boned up on it. And I got into, you know, as much as I could possibly do in, you know, the few months that I was, before I was in Scotland. And, you know, and I got Pat Robertson to come on with me. You know, Pat and I obviously don't agree too much politically. And I said, you know, we were talking, and I said, Pat, come, you know, come do this. There are no two sides to this issue. And he said, you know, sure. And I found that, you know, the secret was the minute you got in a room with Bono and Geldof, you realized how little you know and how much they know and how good they are at what they do. And I am in awe of that kind of commitment. I think you know, I'm embarrassed at how late I was to the game. And I think it's something, it's hard for us to do this.
But it's never too late, but it's never too late.
It's not too late, and it's hard for